Welcome back to an all-new Digi Elysium After Hours, especially because it is now the year 2022, the year of the tiger. With this, I want to bring you something new. So, there's a game called Ill, and not much was known about it, other than about 10 months back, around February, we had some info dropped about it, a small trailer here and there, and then back in October 2nd, I want to believe, of 2021, we had a full game teaser announcement, and it was pretty good. This game is currently being made by Clout Games, which is a bunch of devs who got together who left a bunch of corporate world stuff. More on that later. Now, the trailer they first gave us was this guy in a car listening to a radio that looks super surreal, by the way, because this game is being developed in 4K on the Unreal Engine 5. Now, the first trailer, like I said, it gave us this thing where we see this guy sitting in a car, he's driving, listening to the radio is basically talking shit, you know, here and there back in the country wood area. So, in the midst, there's these people, they're waving down the car, and then boom, the car hits him, and then all of a sudden the guy wakes up. There's a bunch of people around. Now, originally from the title Ill, I thought this was going to be another zombie apocalypse world game, but it doesn't seem that way, because when you look at the people that had like surrounded this car, they look all bloated, and they didn't, you know, the movements look like zombie-esque feel, but it's more Hills Have Eyes type of deal. And I want to say Hills Have Eyes because it gave me the vibe at first, and then it comes to find out they have more of a sentient brain, and you know, where zombies are just like, hey, I'm gonna eat you and then move. Of course, it does show a scene in that trailer where these people are eating someone, body parts all over the place. They're dragging the guy from the car to a house, and then they knock him out, and then it just gives you the title Ill. But you know, the more end is like you get to see a real Doom-esque original like boomstick gameplay, where they show you how the gun shoots, how like if you shoot something you can blow off body parts, or if you blow off a body part but it doesn't really fall off, it's hanging there. So that gives some really cool mechanics to like a gameplay feel, because you know, you can target different options on the body, tearing apart. And then it also looks like that the cutscenes aren't real cutscenes. That's actual gameplay. So the way the cutscenes look compared to the way the game actually feels, it's going to be the same. That's super hard to do, and that's really insane, which means, you know, it's going to push graphics cards to the limit at a certain point, kind of like how Crytek does a lot of things. The other thing from the first trailer that gave you was when you were walking around in like the attic feel, it gave you that sound is going to be a thing. Now, I go back to how I said that I thought this was zombies, but because some of the enemies in the thing are actually alive, I want to say, because it shows a guy being killed, and when he dies, this fucking worm comes out of him. A worm. Now, this gives me the movie Slither feels, you know, a space leech coming to invade. Well, then it gave me the idea, back in the 1980s, there was a horror film. I want to say They Come From Outer Space or something like that. Basically, another version of like a space worm or a leech taking over a dead body and then reanimating it, but giving it a sentient brain and then mutating it. That's what's happening in this game, which that is cool, because we don't have anything like that right now. Currently, everybody's overdoing the zombie, overdoing the contagion thing. Back 4 Blood had a really good new aspect to things, whereas it's just, you know, worms, and it was being designed by the government. Well, this isn't telling you how things are, but it does have like the Night of the Living Dead feel in some aspects, you know. And then we got the brand new trailer that came out for gameplay on December 29th. of 2021, right before the new year. Now, this gave us a different feel because it showed actual gameplay footage of the character walking around and a character talking on radio to another character. So this tells me there's more people, and there's, you know, it's got a Resident Evil vibe. And maybe a Silent Hill type deal. We're not too sure yet. We're still playing to see what's going on. But they show you a small bit of the world, and instead of wielding a shotgun like it showed in the first one, where the guy was like in the back alley woods, this guy is holding a like small ass 45 revolver. I want to say a snub nose. I'm not too good on guns, but anyway, so, and it showed you more of a different style of holding, because he's double holding the gun, whereas the shotgun is just like more of a spread thing. This is more of a center point gunshot, and that's really cool. And then they went back to showing the old stuff, where it shows more on the people that you're fighting or trying to kill and like survive, the bodies that are infected by the space leech, or even if they are from space, who knows? Hopefully, that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, it gives you that whole aspect of looking at these monsters. Now, the people there that are infected with this, their bodies are like semi-bloated, not to 100%. They have like a bobblehead look. And then like some cracks in the entire body, showing that the body can be ripped apart, that it's mutating. And then we get this actual feel of a mutated creature, like the leech from one of the trailers that the guy kills an enemy, and the leech comes out and starts slithering. It goes into the forest, and it gives you like that Evil Dead thing, where it's like the thing in the forest which you can't see, and it slid, and then it finds a body that was hit by the car, and then it goes inside the body, and then from there you see the body reanimate itself, and then it starts popping apart, and then it gives you a new monster, a new enemy, something completely 100% mutated. And oh man, it gives you, from there, it gives you the John Carpenter's The Thing vibe. So there's a lot of like mixed feels about this game, and like I said, this is still being developed right now. Basically, they're shooting for the 4K route for everything, and they want the sound effect to feel like, if you've ever played a game called Hunt Showdown, so sound is going to be a big thing in this too. So if you're walking around and there's a group of enemies in like a room, and if you step on the wrong board, it's going to make a creak and it's going to alert something, you know, that kind of thing. They're going to give you that kind of feel. And then they give you various weapons, obviously, so it's that whole Resident Evil survival aspect of every game that's coming out like that for survival. But they're giving you a whole bunch of like mesh pot of different feels between movies, video games, and a whole bunch of things that really hasn't been done, honestly. Especially because, you know, like I said, this is going to be in 4K. It's definitely being designed in Unreal Engine 5. So this is, they're going for the Big Daddy push all haul of, you know, things. And honestly, I can't wait. I want to talk more about this, but then again, there's not much for me to go off of other than this is an indie designed game, and a bunch of, you know, guys got together and they're working on it, and they've only given us a little bit here and there what they can, and it's a small company, like a really small group of people working on it, which you know, that gives me hope on a lot of things, because let's put it this way, most billion-dollar companies put out garbage every day. And that's sad that a smaller company could produce something way better. The other thing is like, not many people have been commenting on this, and I'm hoping to get this to push out more, and so people can take a look and see, and maybe toss towards the Patreon towards it, because I know they have a Patreon for this too. But yeah. I will be doing another video, the next gameplay or the next, you know, review trailer that they toss out for this. But, you know, this is all I got for there now. And like I said, welcome to 2022. And this is going to be a whole new thing of new games, new horror. So get those tokens ready, boys and girls, because I do stream on Twitch. every Friday and Saturday. Hope to see you there.